Alright everybody, it's the much anticipated return to the reptile farm here in Indonesia. I know there's some special animals that are tucked away for me as a surprise. Really looking forward to getting into these cages and seeing what all that is. Let's get started, shall we? So I've been trying to get him to sell me this green tree python for a while now. Really nice striped Merauke. I'm hoping I'll be able to get him to come off this animal on this trip, but I wanted to show it to you guys. So here's another one that he just brought out to me. Man, oh man, very beautiful high white animal. I have no idea how it's gonna act here, but that is really nice. And this one is nice and chunky, has some nice weight to it. Oh boy. That is a beautiful snake right there. Wow. Talk about high white. Pretty snake. So here's the one from the last video, which was, man, I think that was like 16 or 18 months ago. Obviously he gets attached to animals just like we do, and for some reason he still hasn't come off of it, but man, I tell you, it looks just as great as it did last time. But what a really cool animal. It's so dark. It's acting better than it did last time. I remember last time it was snapping at me, but now it seems to be acting a little bit better. But I will continue trying to get this one out of his hands, but man, very nice. So these goofy looking guys, these are snail eating snakes. Now this is normally something that I would expect to see from Malaysia, but now they're acquiring these here, and there is an export quota. So these are snail eating snakes, and they actually do follow true to the name. They do eat snails. Very interesting to watch them eat. There's something very unique with the lower jaw. It's somewhat unhinges like a normal snake, but they use it to actually draw the snail in from inside the shell. It's very interesting, very odd behavior, but they know what they're doing and they do it very well. All right, come on, we're moving on to the next room. Okay, so for those of you that are following me on my channel, you know that I'm really geeking out over these blue-tongued skinks. This one is an exanthic, and it's originating from Halmahera. And it's not super tame, but man, look at those dark eyes, all the black and silver. It's really cool. Very interesting animal. I've never seen one like this in person. So I do expect to be getting a few of these. There's not so many available here, but pretty cool animal, that's for sure. So same exact thing, normal version. Obviously it has a lot of brown and some color in it. So quite different between the two. Big contrast. So this is Paulsoni, but this one is from Halmahera. It looks a lot like the ones that come from the Solomon Islands, although I suspect that these don't get quite as large. But color-wise, it looks the same. Body structure, this is a little bit shorter, more stout, and very bitey, of course. You can see I'm already bleeding from a couple holes here that this guy gave me, but man, this one's really, really beautiful. Normally they're not quite this contrasty, but man, very, very beautiful snake. Really, really fat. I know this one has also been on the farm here for a while. Very, very unique animal. So this scrub python, we're still trying to kind of ascertain the locality of it. And it's been in captivity for a while, raised by the local hobbyists here in Indonesia. So we're still trying to kind of ascertain what the locality is, but it's very different looking to me. It's clearly patternless, has very, very dark eyes, and I really have no idea on this one. The belly is a bit different as well. So not really sure on this one, but quite interesting looking. So a phone call was just made, and the originator of this animal is saying Ambon. Now that I look at it and I take that information into account, I feel that this is going to be an exanthic Moluccan. It has the eyes, the head structure, and I see some pattern on the sides and the ventral area. And I think that's probably a winner. That seems to be it. So this is a cat snake. This is a boiga that you don't see very often. This is Jaspidea. Really, really beautiful snake. Kind of looks like some kind of a viper mimic, but don't see him very often. But man, what a beautiful snake. Kind of on the smaller spectrum for size for boiga, but this is a really, really nice animal right here. So this little baby right here, this is Trimeresurus purpurea maculata, but this one is some sort of color morph. I'm not sure which. It looks a bit hypomelanistic. It's a baby. It could be going into shed. It may be something different. I'm not sure, but it's definitely atypical. But really cool little baby. Very, very venomous animal, and also usually they have quite a temper and they are very, very snappy. So I'm not going to really mess with them that much, but really interesting, unique animal, probably just a one of a kind. Be really, really interesting to see what this animal looks like when it grows up a little bit and starts taking on some more color, whatever that color may be. Normally they're like a dark brown or a dark green color, but clearly this is some other morph. So I'm not sure where this animal is going to end up, whether it's going to stay here on the farm or ship out to a venomous dealer or something. Obviously in California where I'm at, I can't do anything with venomous, so it won't be going to me. So anyway, looks quite healthy, and it will stay right here in this box. Neat stuff. And this animal just arrived on the farm just now, so at least I think it did. And like I said, you just never know what you're going to see when we come to the farm. Stuff is just coming in and out of here all the time, all the one-offs and various things like that. So pretty cool, good timing. So here is Varanus obor. You can see how the pattern is starting to fade out and dissipate. This animal is commonly referred to as a torch monitor. It'll pretty much end up being a black monitor with that red orangey nostril area. So we're here just in time. This is a twice a week delivery of chicks and crickets. Here in Indonesia they use the really big dark black crickets, and the chicks are just regular poultry chicks. And I'll tell you what, the sound of this guy's motorbike starts to key off interest in all the monitors. They associate the sound of this motorbike which drives right into the farm. Now there's motorbikes driving around, but obviously when the sound is a lot closer, the monitors know that it's feeding time. So 2 times a week, they get to snack on these guys. So we're gonna go around and see how the monitors respond. But you know, it's an everyday thing here on the farm. You know, you got to feed these animals. So. So just going over some permits here. These are export permits, both non-CITES and CITES. Some of you guys, you know, you message me and you ask me, can I get this, can I get that? And I'm always trying to explain. I can't do it in depth because it is somewhat complicated and time consuming, but without these documents, nothing can leave this country. So these permits are issued in my name, and basically everything that I import has to fall within what's already been issued on these permits. So these permits were just picked up at the wildlife management, and so now I'm just kind of going over it to see what I saw out there that's available to me, and of course I need to compare it to the documents, because if they're not on these documents, they're not going to be able to export. So anyway, just kind of a little bit of the inside of what goes on here. Everything is controlled, everything is managed, and everything is legal, obviously. So here's all the documentation. Everything that enters the United States gets, you know, it comes in with documents and it gets cleared with documentation. So everything is legit and on the up and up. So anyway, I have a lot to look through. So let me go ahead and start sifting through my documents. Okay, you guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Today on the farm is just about come to an end. Just like every time we're here, they get the rain in the kind of the early afternoon, and it's following suit, exactly kind of what we expected. But anyway, I didn't want to show all the common stuff. You're used to seeing it, I'm used to seeing it. I just wanted to highlight the real special stuff, some of the one-offs and that. It's what I specialize in. After reviewing the permits, I seem to have just about all of that stuff on permits. Illinois, Obor, I got it all covered. Really, really happy that the paperwork is corresponding very well with those animals. That shipment should be landing in late May, maybe mid to late May. So anyway, just wanted to show you a little bit of what we're up to. DMExotics, we're actually out here doing stuff. We're doing real work. And trying to show you guys exactly what it's all about. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that. You guys take care of yourselves, and the adventure is just getting started. We have many more stops to make. Thank you for watching. Take care, you guys. See ya.